From Interior Alaska's most trusted news source, this is the Fbx Evening News Weekend Edition.
Good evening and welcome to our Saturday edition of the Fbx Evening News. I'm Katie Looper. Our top story tonight. A head-on collision shortly after 7 last night left one person dead and 3 others injured on the Steese Highway near Hagelbarger Road. Alaska State Troopers say 51-year-old James Wilder of Fairbanks was driving his black pickup the opposite direction of the northbound lane of the Steese Highway when he collided with head-on with a red pickup carrying 38-year-old Michael Walker of Fairbanks and his 2 daughters. Wilder died of injuries received in the crash. His next of kin have been notified. Walker and his daughters were transported to the Fairbanks Memorial Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Troopers say that icy road conditions were not the main cause for the incident.
It looks like they tried to avoid each other maybe last second, but it ended up just being it's 2 full-size pickups that ran on head-on. But there's no fault on the family's vehicle, the one that has the father and the daughters in there. We're only partway through the investigation. There'll be blood samples and intox samples will be taken.
Saying a Fairbanks judge erred, the Alaska Court of Appeals has reinstalled a 2012 indictment against former girls hockey coach Tara Layton. The 32-year-old Layton was originally charged with 5 counts of sexual abuse of a minor accused of abusing one of the team members in 2004. Judge Randy Olson threw out the indictment, saying the grand jury members were told if there was sufficient evidence, they should indict. The Alaska Court of Appeals overturned Judge Olson's ruling, saying he misinterpreted the part of the state constitution that deals with the grand juries. Layton has been out of jail on $2,500 bail since 2012. A federal grand jury has indicted a former Fairbanks priest on charges of attempting to produce child pornography. The indictment against 57-year-old Clint Landry was handed down Wednesday, and he was arrested yesterday. He was also charged with attempted coercion and enticement of a minor. Landry was a priest at the Sacred Heart Cathedral on Airport Way until last May when the diocese placed him on leave. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, Landry is accused of coercing a minor into engaging in sexually explicit conduct on May 18th and 19th. Now we continue to look at the November 4th general election with candidate profiles for the Alaska State House District 3. Representative Tammy Wilson, a Republican, seeks her 3rd full term in Juneau. She's challenged by Democratic Sharon Hunter. Jamie Schwartzwald recently sat down with both candidates.
Hunter is a 38-year resident of Alaska and, if elected, would be a first-time Alaska State representative. Wilson was first appointed to the state legislature in 2009. She's been redistricted twice, including prior to this election. She has learned the ways of Juneau.
We've got a good start on better understanding the administration, the regulations, and what it takes to actually not just stop regulation from happening, but how to overturn regulation. And for me is to be able to help people understand the situation and understand how to make those changes.
Look at the broad issues that are facing our community and look at some new thinking outside the box on how to address those issues.
Both candidates offer similar yet different reasons why they are the top candidate for District 3.
Believe in government and believe that with enough input from citizens, we can have successful solutions. My opponent wants to see less government in people's lives.
And I'll fight for you. It really is about my constituents first, taking care of their needs, putting them where they need to be, and then going back and trying to figure out what got them there so that it doesn't happen to someone else.
Wilson wants state overreach out of Alaskan lives.
And I'll give you an example. I'm helping the food bank with 2,000 loaves of bread to have for the Thanksgiving. When they called me and had to get a variance so people could participate in a community event like making bread because our department feels like that might be a threat to our health, that's insane.
Hunter wants education funded above all else.
Education is the most important service that the government can provide. And so I would like to see it inflation-proof. Without it, it means we're asking our teachers and school districts to work with less money.
Jamie Schwartzwald, News Center 11.
We'll have more when the weekend's only televised newscast returns. Stay with us. Welcome back. Today at UAF, aspiring health professionals took advantage of the many resources available to them. Here's more in this report. Today, UAF hosted the 3rd Annual Alaska Interior Medical Education Summit, also known as AIMS. This event is made possible for high school students, college students, and alumni looking to expand their career in education in the medical field.
So there's going to be about 15 vendors, 35 presenters, all talking about these different career options, how to get the education for it, how to fund that education, and you'll be talking to people who are professionals in the field who have actually been where you want to go.
There was lots of diversity among medical professionals at the summit today, such as the University of Anchorage, Bastyr College, allied health professionals, and the UAF Community College with Emergency Medical Services and Fire Sciences. The event slogan says, "Whatever your health career goals, aim for the stars." And the Medical Education Summit has shown to benefit several students' lives directly.
Last year we founded the Pre-Veterinary Club, and I was definitely interested in veterinary medicine, but you never really have that full understanding of where you want to go. But this event really helped define how the application process works and where I'd like to attend school and different focuses I'd like to have in veterinary medicine.
This event can help to give students, like Alexander Morgan, a push into the medical field by providing information and resources.
I'd never been there before. I just heard that there were a lot of programs and everything else talking about medical schools and scholarships and all the programs to get into them. And I knew I wanted to be a doctor, so I went. It definitely gave me a good idea of which schools I wanted to go to or which schools I wanted to start finding more about.
The day incorporated a variety of medical sessions, presentations, vendors, and classes. And at the end of the day, they set out an array of refreshments for the participants. Reporting from the Murray Building at UAF, this is Katie Looper. A grassroots community-driven project seeks to improve health in the Fairbanks North Star Borough. Healthy Fairbanks 2020 consists of a group of 25 to 30 community members dedicated to making the borough the healthiest community in Alaska. The program is modeled after the Healthy Alaska 2020, as well as the National Healthy People projects. For the past couple of months, Healthy Fairbanks has been conducting community forums to identify a short list of community health issues. The group is also administering an online survey to gain data. Those issues will be prioritized by the project team into Healthy Fairbanks 2020 action agenda. As Healthy Fairbanks team members Laura Colasa says, the online survey is convenient and does not take long to fill out.
Takes 5 to 10 minutes. You can do it online through the Hospital Foundation website, and that gives us a lot of good information about what our community individuals perceive as concerns and strengths. Our goal is to assess the community and what our community perceives as our health strengths and our health needs and challenges, and then to use that information to do priority planning.
A link to the survey can be found at our website at webcenter11.com. And last night, the J.B. Jones Community Development Center had a blowout of Halloween food, dancing, games, prizes, and even a haunted house. The community center is aimed towards bringing multicultural families together by hosting educational, recreational, and social events for Fairbanks. Last night was a Halloween spooktacular, and kids of all ages came out for a fun time. In collaboration with Mise en Place Culinary, they started preparing ghoulish food in advance, which includes items such as zombie brains, also known as green mac and cheese, entrails and eyeballs as spaghetti, and a graveyard of cupcakes and cookies. But besides all the food and dancing, they had a dark and haunted house upstairs for the kids. So we asked a few partakers what they liked about last night's spooktacular.
The haunted house. The haunted house, I went and did the mummy rap, and I won this.
Dancing for sure, and seeing everybody dance too. We were noticing these adorable middle schoolers like breaking it down, it's like memories from when we were that age. And then our little babies, like Scout has been like coming into her own, dancing like crazy. It's just been adorable.
It's always really nice to find stuff for little kids to do. There's not a lot of stuff for kids to do in this town, and it's like safe and fun.
And now we continue with our series on the agencies of the United Way. Tonight's The News Center's Mike Schultz puts on the spotlight on the farthest north Girl Scout Council.
The National Girl Scouts were formed in 1912 when 18 girls in Savannah, Georgia, gathered for a local meeting. The farthest north Girl Scout Council in Fairbanks dates back to the 1950s. For 18 years, Sue Ellen Nellis has grown with the Girl Scouts to become their executive director. I asked her what kind of impact the United Way of the Tanana Valley has had on her agency.
It is a big part of our budget. The best part about it is it's undesignated funds. So the United Way really trusts the member agencies to use the money in the very best way that they know how to use it.
What is Sue Ellen most proud of for her agency in the farthest north?
Probably the thing that gives me the most pride in doing this job here and being with the Girl Scouts is watching the development of girls over time. They can join our organization as young as 5 years old when they're in kindergarten, and a lot of them do stay with us all the way through high school, earning their Gold Award. And to watch that development, see them bloom into the community leaders that I know they're going to be, just gives us all of the staff here, and our board of directors, just a sense of pride that we're helping our community.
Over her years with the Girl Scouts, what does she feel is her most rewarding or fulfilling moment?
You know, I really love what I do for the Girl Scouts. I love coming into work every day. I hardly consider it a job. It's just fun to be here, fun to be around the girls and our volunteers, our staff, our board of directors. It's a really community feeling here at the Girl Scouts.
The campaign continues until early next year. Remember, all donations stay within the community. Mike Schultz reporting.
Austin Buchanan's coming up with all your local sports action. Now stay with us.
Welcome, Interior Alaska, to our Saturday Sportscast. Austin Buchanan here, time to take a look at some sports. Let's go. Today, the Nanox men's basketball team hit the hardwood floor for a scrimmage match against each other. Also, this practice being open to the public and the students. With one return senior Joe Slocum, who will be leading the way for the Nooks this season, head coach McDermott put 12 new players on the court to see how they perform on the court and what type of chemistry these players have developed and practiced so far. With players still fighting for their starting spots, they have until November 14th to prove to the coach Durham that 5 of them have what it takes to lead the team as they get ready for their first home game against Trinity International. It was senior night at Boyle Hall as 5 upperclassmen celebrated their run as Rams against the visiting Valdez Buccaneers. Led by senior Marissa King's 20 kills, Monroe pounds and hustles their way to a straight set sweep of Valdez, winning the first pair of sets 25-22 and completing the sweep 25-16. Monroe stays perfect at 14-0 overall on the season. Fellow senior Andy Clark set up the Ram attack with a match-high 17 assists, while Halu chipped in with 13 dimes. These same teams square off again tonight, back at Boyle U Hall.
It was so good to spend the weekend and the season with my team, and they made it the best season yet, and it's sad, but we're excited to look forward to regionals and hopefully state. It'll be great.
Now time to some hockey. The Alaska Nanox were on the road last night in Western Michigan. Nooks was able to claim the road victory with a 1-0 win. The Nooks also made history after winning 5 straight wins to open the season. This is the longest win streak for the Nooks. First time having the streak since 1987-1988 hockey season. Going 6 straight, this is also the longest unbeaten streak since the 2009-2010 season. The Nanox began that season 5-0. The Marysville Pilchuck high school football team won their division title Friday night when their opponents forfeited the game. They did that out of respect in light of Friday's tragedy. NBC's John Langler reports.
They came for counseling and to be consoled, for a place to breathe and regroup and talk. Friday evening, Marysville Pilchuck football players joined other staff at district headquarters to try and comprehend the day's tragedy together. The shooter was on the freshman football team. They all knew him. The team was supposed to be in Oak Harbor tonight, supposed to be playing for first place in the last game of the season. But after the shooting, Oak Harbor forfeited, a mature and respectful gesture. Then, as parents waited outside for the team meeting to end, another gesture took place. If Marysville couldn't come to them, Oak Harbor would return the favor.
It honestly put a smile on my face. Yeah, that's just great respect.
The Wildcats joined their would-be rivals, sharing their grief and showing more than sportsmanship, humanity.
It meant the world to us. It just, the class that they have to come here, make that drive, means a lot.
It's hard, seeing another team, like, you never know, like, it could have been us. Just expressing our love and our care for another team is really what we came down here to do.
And once the unified team pictures were taken and thank yous were exchanged, the schools separated, perhaps destined to be rivals again, but not tonight.
Just the fact that they came all the way here to Marysville just to come in this room and see our team is incredible.
Because of Oak Harbor's forfeit, Marysville-Pilchuck wins the division title. Both teams make the playoffs, but quite frankly, the more important title of respect has already been won. John Langler, NBC News, Marysville, Washington.
And now wrap it up for our sportscast tonight. Katie Looper has your full weather forecast coming up next. Stay tuned. Welcome back, Interior Alaska, Austin Buchanan, Katie Looper. We are wrapping up, about to head into weather. And speaking of weather, we have all the snow. I know last night caused a lot of accidents and stuff, so I think people need to
Yeah, you gotta be careful out there. It's super slippery. You're just like flying along the roads. And it just seems like everything's covered in snow now.
I like it because, of course, I'm from the South. I like snow. Build me a snowman once or two. So.
And the dangerous concept, though, is there's so much snow that it makes it like melt in the daytime and get really slippery.
Then the ice, and the ice is
overnight, exactly. But let's take a look at our weather, and we'll see what we got coming up. 28 degrees was our normal high today and a normal low of 21 degrees. Our record high got all the way up to 56 degrees in 1938 and as low as minus 22 in 1935. Quite the difference. As for our sunrise, it rose at 9:17 this morning and set at 5:54. Our daylight equals 8 hours and 37 minutes altogether, giving us a loss of 6 minutes from yesterday. Now looking around the state today, rain showers for Juneau and Ketchikan, 39 in Juneau, 49 in Ketchikan. Moving to our Anchorage Bowl, 34 degrees for them with partly sunny skies. As for Kodiak, 42 degrees with sunny skies. And Cold Bay, cloudy skies at 45. Now for the Bethel, Denali, Nome area, they're having sunny to partly sunny skies around the low 30s. Going up to Barrow, chillier there at 14 degrees and mostly sunny skies. Fort Yukon, cloudy skies, and for Fairbanks, mostly sunny skies at 21. Now let's go down to our lower 48. Rain showers for Seattle around 62, Salt Lake, San Francisco, 70 degrees, clear skies. Las Vegas, 87 degrees, and Phoenix all the way at 96 degrees. And moving to our Minneapolis, Chicago area, nice, partly sunny skies for them, 63 in Minneapolis. But now moving down south to the deep south, New Orleans, 79 degrees, in Atlanta, 77 and close, and Miami, 85 degrees with partly sunny skies. Moving up east, 74 degrees in DC, and New York, sunny skies, 68 degrees. Let's see what's happening next week, though. Nice temperatures there in our southwest. As for the northwest, though, they should be expecting some rainstorms and brisk snow in there in the north. For our Chicago area, lightning storms are expected, yet warm temperatures in the Texas, deep south Miami area. Moving up to the east, cooler temperatures there in the northeast. And now back in Alaska, starting with the North Slope, mostly cloudy all over and some snow showers for Nome, 25 degrees in Barrow, 20 degrees in Fort Yukon, and 34 degrees in Nome. Moving to the interior now, cloudy all across the region and temperatures in the mid-20s. As for our southeast region of Alaska, mostly cloudy all across the region, 43 degrees in Juneau and 49 degrees in Ketchikan. Now moving west, more clouds for them and snow showers for Bethel, 36 degrees in Bethel and mid-40s for Cold Bay and Kodiak. Now lastly for our Anchorage area, 35 degrees in Anchorage and low 40s for Homer and Valdez, partly sunny skies all across the region for them. And tonight's outlook, 15 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. As for tomorrow, 24 degrees with partly sunny skies. And lastly, for our extended outlook, mid-20s Monday through Wednesday, and our Temperatures on Thursday and Friday are going to dip down a little bit cooler to 20 degrees. As for our nightly temperatures, they're going to hang around in the teens until Thursday when they drop drastically down to 5 degrees. And you can see they're getting a little bit frigid temperatures now. It's getting cool.
Seeing 5 degrees, that's going to be kind of scary, especially with road conditions. But once again, the road crew really does a great job in clearing out the roads. It came into work this morning. The main roads is all cleared out and the snow is off, but still, very slick. So you gotta be careful.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that'll wrap up our Saturday edition of the Fairbanks Evening News. We're glad you could join us.
And join us here 6 days a week at 6 and 11 or online anytime at webcenter11.com.
From all of us here at the News Center, have a good night.
Good night.